Hannah Gadsby is trending this morning because Dave Chappelle decided to take aim at, can I say her? What do I say? Is it Z?
I don't really know.
I don't know.
I thought it was a her.
I think it's her.
It is ma'am.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm going to go with whatever Hannah Gadsby's preferred pronouns are. So Dave Chappelle listed some conditions on what would be required for him to meet with the trans community. Then I want to get to an article from Variety to show you how far down the slope we've gone. But here are Dave Chappelle's comments.
To the transgender community, I am more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I am not bending to anybody's demands.
Lost the gay community.
And if you want to meet with me, I'd be more than willing to, but I have some conditions. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gadsby is not funny.
That was great.
All right.
That was awesome.
So, look, I hate when people just say, oh, that person's not funny because they disagree with their politics. It's lazy. Yeah. That being said, this was couched in this was a joke from Dave Chappelle. And it was a funny joke. Now, Hannah Gadsby, to Hannah's credit, responded hilariously on Instagram. This was just a couple days ago, but to this whole controversy. Yeah. Now I have to deal with even more of the hate and anger that Dave Chappelle's fans unleash on me every time Dave gets $20 million to process his emotionally stunted partial worldview. If you, Ted Sarandos, leader of Netflix, and your amoral algorithm cult, I do shits with more backbone than you. First off, it's I make shits.
Yeah, you don't do
or I take shits. You don't do shits. What are you painting in shit colors?
It's an Australian thing.
Yeah. It's an Australian thing.
And it goes down the bowl the opposite way.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
I don't know.
Streaks
Maybe it's the New Zealand Drew Carey look-alike thing.
Could be that.
I don't see many people. Oh, do shits with more backbone than you. I guess this is what passes. This is what passes for and people are trying to say, look, she's so much more edgy and subversive. Really, poopy humor, and I'm not going to make fun of myself. Yeah, look, it's a target-rich environment, Hannah.
Well, Dave, she just made Dave's point. She's not funny, and she just proved it.
I know.
But wouldn't backbone be the last argument you'd use against Dave Chappelle? I mean, my goodness.
Well, she's trying to say that the leader of Netflix, the CEO or the president, doesn't have any backbone.
Right. I would say he does. He's going against a lot of.
I would love to see those play numbers between Nanette and Dave Chappelle special, and then I would love to see the thumbs up and thumbs down afterwards. Like, how many people just hate watch Nanette going, this can't really be as bad as people, all right, thumbs down. Don't show me.
They got rid of the thumbs down because of Amy Schumer's special.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If this is AI, I am going to ask Alec Baldwin to hand me a blank gun. So, here's something that I noticed, and a lot of people missed. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen anyone else talk about this. Mm-hmm. Variety wrote about Dave Chappelle's willingness to talk with the trans community. Okay, now let me be really clear. Let me go to the first overlay A. Mm-hmm. They were quoting Dave, and they say they're quoting Dave. It says, "Do not blame LGBTQ community for any of this." Right, Dave. And it says LGBTQ sick. Now, for people who don't know, sick, S-I-C, in parentheses, this is a journalistic term. Some people out there don't know. I know a lot of you do. It's basically saying, I know there's a grammatical error or I know there's a spelling error, but I'm quoting the original source.
Right, yeah.
So it's a way of saying, hey, I didn't make the mistake. For example, if someone says, hear me roar, and they spell here like being here in this place, you would write, hear, sick, me, roar. Right? They put it right after LGBTQ. Now, how do we know what they're correcting? Earlier, you can bet your ass that Variety made sure to write, some members of the LGBTQ plus community have been supportive of him. In other words, Variety magazine, and this is the importance of language. They are now saying that, and I think LGBTQ is being too generous, just to be clear. People used to accuse me of straw manning 4 years ago. When I would say LGBTQ plus, they would go, no one actually asks you to say that, it's LGBT. When the fact is, I was at a feminist film festival, it was LGBTQ AAIP plus. Variety is saying, you are factually or grammatically incorrect if you do not write at minimum the plus. They went out of their way to imply that Dave Chappelle is hateful for saying LGBTQ. Right there. Sick. Correction. We know that Dave is insensitive here and missing. That's the point. Now, if you consider that as factually incorrect, guess what? Now it's a lot easier to accuse people of hate speech. If you're speaking, hate speech is really only allowed if you're speaking against reality, against actual facts in order to incite hatred, which is also bullcrap. I think people have the right to be wrong. Yeah. But look at this right here. It just amazes me that someone at Variety, sorry, I don't want to be Hannah Gadsby. Someone doing Variety? Someone at Variety thought, hey, I want to make sure that I point out, talk about a virtue signal, and it's worse than that. They want to make sure that you have to adopt all of their language.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.